So everybody gets paper out. I've been skipping around. I'm still skipping around. We're doing 9-2 and 9-2 and 8-2 today. Just because I like combining these two. Okay. 9-2 is about rates, what a rate is. 8-2 is about conversions of rates. Okay, so we're going to talk about rates. What do rates mean? And then how do we convert? I didn't print. I didn't hit print.
That could be one.
Okay, so we're doing 9-2 and 8-2. Okay, so we're going to start with what a rate is. A rate is different than a ratio. Okay, a rate is when you have a division, basically it's 3 people per 1 table. Okay, so it's a ratio, but notice that the units are different. It's 3 people at 1 table. In this class, it would be 4 people at 1 table. That's what we have possibilities for seating. Okay, that's a rate. In a rate, the units are different. Can anybody think of some rates that we use commonly? Miles per hour. Okay, so miles per hour. Okay, we can go 95 miles in 3 hours. That's one way of writing the rate. That is not the simplest rate, but that is a rate, how many miles I go in 1 hour. So a rate always has different units. When we do what's called a unit rate, it's when I change the denominator to a 1. We want to know how many miles I can go in 1 hour. So a unit rate always has a denominator of 1, whatever the unit is, on the bottom. Okay, so when we have a unit rate, the bottom is always 1 unit. That's why it's called a unit rate. In this case, it's 1 hour. How would I figure out what the unit rate is for miles per hour if I go 95 miles every 3 hours?
Divide by 3.
Divide it by 3. Take 95 and divide it by 3. That doesn't come out exact. Okay. It will be 31 2/3. So it's 31.6 repeating. So how I normally say that, what we normally say when we abbreviate it, it's 31.6 miles. Well, actually what we say is per hour. This is really saying how many miles per 1 hour. Okay, that's the abbreviations. This P is this is the per. It's another word for division, to divide. When you see per, this is 95 miles per 3 hours, so that means I can divide. The per word is actually a division word. It means to divide. Okay, percent. When I talk about percents, 95%. 95%. Well, how many are there? How many cents are there in a dollar? 100. So this is really 95 divided by, this means divided. This means 100, because in a century there are 100 years. In a dollar there are 100 cents. So this is 95 divided by 100. That is what that actually means, percent. Per is divided, cents is the measure of 100. A centurion had 100 people in it. Okay, the Roman centurions, they were in a group of 100. That's why it was called centurion.
Is it basically the same thing, like right under 95, if you put a dot in above 100, the dot becomes divided by? And
Yes.
On top of the divided by 95.
But this symbol is also a division. A fraction is just a division sign. Okay, that is just a division sign. We do in algebra. Once you get to algebra, you completely leave multiplication and division signs. You don't use them anymore. Okay, when you get to algebra, the multiplication sign like that and the division sign like that go away. We don't use them anymore. Those are used only in elementary grade school. I'm not sure why we teach them. To be honest, I would like not to teach those because when we get to algebra, it'd be nicer if you already recognize that this is a division. That really means divide. Okay, so rates are just that. They have different. Can somebody else think of another rate we might have that we use? There's another one that goes with cars. Let me know what it is. When they go to the gas station.
Miles per gallon.
Miles per gallon. Okay. We use miles per gallon. So what you're trying to figure out is how many miles can I go on each gallon or whatever it is. So one way you can figure that out, the old way before your car told you, the old way was to look to see how many miles you had driven and how many gallons you put in the tank. So say that you filled up and you got 13.6 gallons and you saw that you had traveled 500 miles on that. That's using your speedometer, the trip odometer, which tells you how far you've gone in a trip. Okay, this is what people used to do to calculate their miles per gallon. They didn't have anything in their thing that told them, in their car, that told them what their miles per gallon had been on average. So they would look to see, okay, since the last time I filled up, I've traveled 500 miles. I'm now filling up, I'm putting 13.6 gallons in. So then I do the division to see how many miles I get per gallon. So somebody use a calculator and do 500 divided by 13.6, giving you permission to use your is that?
36.8, that's rounded.
36.8 miles per gallon, good gas mileage, okay? Good gas mileage. That is the unit, this is the unit rate, because if you really look at it, it's 36.8 miles per 1 gallon. That's what it's talking about. Unit rate, because the 1 is on the bottom. We don't write it like this. We abbreviate it miles per gallon, MPG. Okay, but that is really what it means. This is a rate, but it's not a unit rate. It's a rate because you have two different units. I have miles and gallons. Those are not the same types of units. A ratio is when you have the same units. So when you're talking ratios, you have the same units in there. Otherwise, they're rates. Okay, so that's really what rates are. That's what unit rates are. So next, we're now going to use conversion rates. Okay, now we're going to start with just making conversions. Okay, we are going to change, basically, we use rates to change from one type of measurement to another type of measurement. Okay, so we know some conversion rates. Let's talk about them. I can say that 1 foot is equal to 12 inches. Is that correct? Is 1 foot the same as 12 inches? Okay, that's really a form of 1. Could I make the rate this way? 12 inches is the same as 1 foot. Is that a true statement also? 12 inches is the same as 1 foot, okay? These are rates. These are the same. So in theory, this is 1 foot divided by 1 foot, which is 1. Does everybody agree with that? This is really 1, okay? So when I'm using conversion rates, we're actually multiplying by 1. We don't change anything, okay? So let's say I have 59 inches, and I want to know how many feet I have. I want you to stop for a minute. I want to show you a method that's different. This is easy for you right now because it's inches and feet. When I give you other things, I want you to be able to know how to use which fraction, okay? What we want to do is we're going to think of this as multiplying. This is over 1. We don't know, it's 1 of something, we don't know. It's 59 inches over 1. That doesn't change it if I put that 1 on it. It's kind of like multiplying by a whole number. It doesn't change it. But what we can do is if we have inches on the top and the bottom, they can cancel each other out. So what we're trying to do is we want to get feet. That's our answer. We just want feet, okay? So what we're looking for is we're going to use one of these conversion rates, but I want to end up with feet on top and the inches gone. Okay, yes.
Can't you just figure out?
Yes, I'm saying that right now I want you to broaden your mind and think of this differently. Okay, you know why? Because I want you to see it works on this. So when I go to something harder, you understand why we're doing it that way. Okay, so yes, we could do this a different way. I'm asking you to open your mind for right now to look at it, and I'm going to show you where you may not know the conversions. Okay, when I have to do multiple conversions. Okay, so I'm going to extend this, I promise. Okay, so I'm going to multiply it by this, 1 foot over 12 inches. Because notice the inches cancel. So units can cancel, okay? And again, I know you guys know you take 59 and divide it by 12. I know that. I'm showing you this problem so you understand what is actually going to happen in harder problems. Okay, so open your mind to this fact so that you can understand it here, so when we get to a harder problem, you can also understand it. Now, units can cancel each other. So the inches up above divided by the inches down below cancel. Notice I'm left only with feet, which is what I wanted. Now I just do it without the units. I do 59 times 1 divided by 1 times 12. So that is going to be 59 divided by 12 feet, which is what we would have done beforehand, right? Okay, which really is 4 and 11/12 feet. Because 4 times 12 is 48. 48 from 59 is 11 left over, so it's 4 and 11/12.
So you're just making us do that extra step just so we know where the feet come from?
I'm doing it so harder problems you'll understand how to do it, okay? Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay, I know that is just a really easy thing and you guys know how to do it, so let me get you a problem that you don't know the answer to, okay? Okay. I want to take 2 miles and find out how many yards it is. We can do this all in one step. We can do this because right now we want to figure out how many yards it is. Okay. We need to know some conversion rates. Jonathan's looking them up. Okay. I will guarantee you that you will never find a conversion rate that goes to yards. Okay. It will never tell you how many yards. But there is one conversion rate that we know. That is 1 mile is the same as 5,280 feet. Or 5,280 feet is the same as 1 mile. Both of these are true. Doesn't matter which one I write on top. Okay? Well, that gets it into feet. Correct? If I multiply by that, that will get me into feet. But then we're going to have to go beyond that. So first of all, which one are we going to use? Are we going to use the top one or the bottom one so we get feet?
The top one.
The top one, okay? Because miles times miles will cancel out, right?
Mm-hmm.
Will they? So if I write 1 mile divided by 5,280 feet, those miles cancel out because one's on the top and one's on the bottom. Is that correct? No, it's not. Okay? Because I want the mile to be on the bottom so it cancels with my miles here. So I'm going to use the second one, which is 5,280 feet, oops, is equal to 1 mile. Now look, my miles cancel. I'm left with feet. So I've now converted it to feet. Everybody agree with that now? Okay. If I have a feet to yards, well, let's see if we have a conversion rate. I know that 1 yard is the same as 3 feet, or 3 feet is the same as 1 yard. Which one am I going to multiply by so that the feet cancel out? I'm left with yards.
First one.
The first one, because it is 1 yard over 3 feet. The feet cancel. Okay. So now I multiply. Across the top, it's 2 times 5,280. So that is 10,560 feet. No, yards. Divided by 3.
That's 3,520.
Okay, it's 3,520.
Mm-hmm.
That's how many yards are in 2 miles. Okay.
Or if it's since it's 2 miles and 5,280 feet, you just add 5,280 feet plus 5,280 feet, which would be 2 miles, and then divide it by 3 to make it in yards.
Is that not what I just did? I took 2 times 5,280. Is that the same as adding 5,280 plus 5,280?
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Why did I do it this way? So I could know whether I'm doing it with the correct conversion factor or not. Okay. So let's go to this. Wish I knew some of my conversion factors. I know I think it's an inch. Centimeter and inch. Yeah, I think it is. 1 centimeter. No, the other way back.
It's 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch.
Thank you. Okay. 2.54 centimeters equals 1 inch. or the other one is 1 inch equals 2.54 centimeters. Okay, these two are the same. They say the same thing. They are different rates. We can use them differently. Okay, so let's say I start with 1.5 kilometers, and I want to know how many inches that is. Okay, so we're starting with kilometers, okay, and we want to know how many inches it is. So to use the 2.5 for conversion, what do I first have to do with my kilometers? What do I have to change them into?
Well,
I have to change them into miles?
or, I mean,
What's my conversion between? Look at my conversion rate. What is it between? What are the two units?
2 point,
Centimeters and inches. But we have kilometers. So to use this, I need to get this into
centimeters.
centimeters. Okay, does anybody know the conversion rate on that? Oh, now you have to know metric, don't you? Okay, so let's give you some ways to do it. So it starts K, H, D, the meter or the base, which is the meter. D, this is actually DK, D, C, and M, okay? That's how the actual meters and stuff are converted back and forth, okay? This is your largest. A kilometer is 1,000 meters, okay?
Is that DK?
Yes, a decameter. Okay, so this is called a kilometer. The word kilo means 1,000. Sorry, I just went backwards. This is called hectometer. It's another word for 100. This is 100 meters. This is a decameter, which means it's 10 meters. Then you have meters. A decimeter is 1/10 of a meter. A centimeter is 1/100th of a meter. And a millimeter is 1/1000th of a meter, okay? That means for every meter, there are 1,000 millimeters. That's your rate there, okay? Here, there are 100 meters in the hectometer, okay? So we can use this to convert. It's usually easiest because these all go to meters, is to convert first to meters and then to centimeters, because you have kilometers over here. So I'm going to get it to how many that is in meters. Then I'm going to get it to centimeters, okay? So let's look at our conversion rates. Just hold on, okay? So I'm going to go from kilometers to meters. Let's look at what it says. A kilometer, 1 kilometer is equal to 1,000 centimeters, or 1,000 meters equals 1 kilometer, okay? Do you see how that can help us decide how many meters I now have? Which one would I multiply by? So I've changed it off of kilometers.
Do meters times meters.
Which one, the first ratio or the second ratio? Which one do I want to do it by? I want my kilometers to cancel, so what am I gonna do?
First one.
If I put kilometers on top, will it cancel with the kilometers on top? No, so which one am I gonna multiply by?
Second one.
The second one, because remember, this is over 1. Okay? I want to get the kilometers to cancel, so I want kilometers down here, that means I'm gonna have meters here. I want them to cancel, so I'm gonna have 1,000, and I'm gonna have 1, okay? Notice I now have it to meters. Okay? When you guys get farther in science, you will be doing these unit conversions all the time with all sorts of units, and so that's why we're teaching it to you now, so you can see this process. And if you know this process, it's very easy because you just line it up as a multiplication with the units canceling. You don't have to think, do I divide or do I multiply? Okay. Now I'm at meters. From this, 1 meter is the same as 100 centimeters. Okay. 1 meter, because this is 1/100th of a meter, so there must be 100 centimeters in a meter. So that says 1 meter is equal to 100 centimeters, or 1 centimeter, no, 100 centimeters equals 1 meter. Okay, I have meters up on top. Okay, I'm going to multiply by meters on the bottom. If you put the one on top on the bottom, that tells me which one I'm going to use. So I'm going to have 100 centimeters over 1 meter. Notice my meters cancel. Okay. Times, now we're going to cancel the centimeters and make it into inches. So I'm going to put the centimeters on bottom because that one's on top, so I want the centimeters on the top. I want inches, or on the bottom, so I want inches, so that will be 1 inch to 2.54 centimeters, okay? Now the centimeters have canceled. My answer's units are inches. That's what I'm left with. Now I do the multiplication. 1.5 times 1,000 times 100. So it's 15, 1, 2, 3, 4 over 2.54, and do that
It's
division. And that's
150,000 divided by 2.54 centimeters, which is 59,055.
that I just said do that division, okay? So that's, then all you have to do is that division. You now have, so I just multiplied straight across like any multiplication, multiplied the bottom straight across, got that division, that's how many inches you have, okay? So you went and you converted. You don't have to do it step by step and then wonder, do I multiply, do I divide, what do I do? This tells you if you multiply or you divide by putting those in there. Yeah.
Can I take a picture of it so I can?
Yes, that's fine. Okay. Okay. So, in this section, I don't remember because I'm in the book here, but they're using very common things for conversion rates. They're not getting into very technical ones. I'm just going to show you a technical one just so that we can appreciate why we are doing this, okay? Because sometimes, and this is what you do more in science, okay? So let's say you are going 300 miles per hour, 1 hour, okay? And I want to find out, my goal is to say how many seconds I'm going per kilometer. Okay? So this is something you will do in science. The way I've taught you to do unit conversions is the easiest way to do these kind of things. Because you don't have to try to figure out, do I multiply, do I divide, what do I do to get this? Okay, so let's look. We can find out how many kilometers are in a mile. Okay, 1 kilometer, I'm going to tell you that, 1 kilometer is the same as 0.6 miles approximately, or 0.6 miles is the same as 1 kilometer. It doesn't matter which way you write it. It depends on what you're trying to do. Okay? Where do we want the kilometers to end up? Actually, sorry, I'm going to do this differently. I want to know kilometers per second. Okay? Right. So, how am I going to get kilometers on top? What am I going to multiply by? Which fraction? Okay, I want to cancel out the miles, so where am I going to put the miles?
Bottom.
On the bottom. So I want miles on the bottom so that they cancel. That means I want, because this is kilometers and miles, I want kilometers up here. So we go 0.6 to 1. Does that make sense? Okay. That's going to change it to kilometers. What do I want for my unit of time measurement?
Seconds.
Seconds. I know a conversion? We have hours right now. We have hours.
And there's 60 minutes in an hour, and 60
Okay.
seconds in a minute.
So how many seconds are in an hour?
3,600.
Okay. So let's think about it this way. 1 hour is 60 minutes. Is that correct? Okay. But in 60 minutes, there are 1 minute is 60 seconds. In an hour, there's 3,600 seconds. Okay, you see how I made that? I canceled out the minutes. 1 hour is 60 minutes, 1 minute is 60 seconds. We can do the same thing. So now I have 1 hour equals 3,600 seconds, or 3,600 seconds is the same as 1 hour. I can write them either way, depending on what we need to do. Okay, so on this one, I have kilometers like I want, but on the bottom, I want seconds. So I want to cancel out the hour, correct? We want to get this and change it to seconds. So that means I have to take and put my hour on top and my seconds on the bottom, because now my hours will cancel. Okay, so 1 hour is 3,600 seconds. Now we do the multiplication. We get 300 over 0.6 of 36. I don't know what that is. What is that, Branson?
What?
What is 0.6 times 3,600?
200 or 2,160.
So if you take 300 divided by 2,160, can you do that for me?
300 divided.
Yeah, 300 divided by 2,160.
.13888888, repeating.
So it is 0.138 kilometers per second, which kind of makes sense because a kilometer is almost it's a little bit more than half a mile. And to go in 1 second, you are not going to go a whole half a mile in 1 second. So this is some decimal number of that, okay? So that's where you can know that you were right because we know our units canceled in our unit conversions. And that's what you're looking at when we're doing this, okay? So what I want you to do right now, I want Grayson and John up there at that board. Gavin and Jonathan up at that board. I'm sorry, Grayson's my other class. Okay, Branson and Ezekiel, no. Yeah, you're Ezekiel. Because Elijah's your brother. Okay, Ezekiel up at that board. Okay, Marcy and Hayden go up to the third board. Hayden, okay. And Lil and Peyton go up to the fourth board. There should be, no, there's not. Can you give me
Special colors. Yeah, perfect.
If you have pins, you can use your own.
Does this go to?
Oh, put it on the third one. Give this eraser. Does everybody have an eraser? Russ, put this eraser there too. Okay. Oh, I don't have the book. Okay, take your books up. I have problems chosen out of the book.
Do you want to use my book?
That's fine. I'll look at it. Okay, number 9, section 9-2. I want you to do number 11. Section 9-2. I want you to do number 11. So turn to 9-2. Number 11. So page 565. And you're doing number 11. Yeah.
Is that how they should write it, or do we want them to just
12
put
minutes
the
of
7 in?
bicycle straight.
Oh,
Is this what they
I would
should
take
write?
either one.
Either?
I would take either
Miles
one.
per minute.
Depends what the instructions are. What are the
It
instructions?
says rewrite some kind of fraction.
Well, there is no fraction. Okay, yeah. Either of those is rewritten. There's no fraction.
Right, yeah.
Okay.
There should be a reason.
1.5 minutes, 12 minutes. Everyone has calculators for this?
Yeah, but show me your work. I want to see your work and I want to see it as we have done it so I can see that. Yeah, I know. That one is not holding well. I want to see the equations written out.
Don't write the A so far down, so we don't need
Do you want to put those somewhere?
Just flip over.
Those are the keys.
Actually, yeah, I do.
We haven't gotten them
They just worked it out.
it.
I have to give you the grading key for the last one. Did I already give that to you?
yet. You gave me the 7. I have a pack or a stack of them.
So here's, wait, 7-3, that's late, 10-2, that's late. You have 7-5, right?
Right.
Here's their packet, that one.
Miles per minute.
Oh.
So yeah.
Those are the only
Miles
ones.
per. Or you can get 1 mile every 4 minutes.
Is it okay if I do that
1 mile for
Oh,
every
yeah.
4 minutes. It's 1 mile.
So they just turned in 7, 5,
1/2
and
mile
6.
per acre.
Yeah.
One
And one of 7-7.
One and
Oh, yeah, 7.
12, there was one number,
Oh, that's right, yeah.
okay? So,
So are we trying to turn?
what does the first one ask?
Miles per minute?
Miles per minute, so I want an actual unit rate, so how am I gonna do that? How do I find a unit rate? That's per 1 minute. How far does he go in 1 minute?
Times it by 60. Times
I don't
miles
know,
per
you
hour by
answer
60.
the question. Look at your problem. I'm not real worried right now about it. Show me what you're gonna do.
1 mile. How many
1 and
minutes?
1/2.
No,
Oh,
I
so
want
we'd have
to
to
know-
multiply that.
how many miles does he go in 12 minutes? This is not a conversion, this is just an actual one that you're doing.
8 equals.
Find the unit rate,
Goes 1 and
So it's
1/2
just 12
miles.
miles.
12 minutes.
not times. How far does he go in 1 minute? Does he go, let's see,
So
16 miles a minute?
Times 7.5.
So
That's what you just told me. 18 miles a minute.
we're doing 8 times 7.
Yeah, because
Then you need to do this, and then.
Yeah, but we need to divide this by
Yes. Now, how else can I write 1.5 miles?
Now we need to do
Yeah, what is 1.5 in decimals?
1 and 1, I said 2.
Oh, no, wait, no.
Miles per hour. So divide that by 60. Which times that by 60.
What's that in this?
So how many?
8.
Oh, this is 1/2.
1/2 of this, that's in 12 minutes.
Now we
So
put
1
minute in miles.
divided
It'll
by
be
this,
around
and then it's
miles.
1.5.
Okay, that is not written as I'd like to see the unit conversion.
1
No,
minute and then
divided by 2.
miles.
That's what she
is
was asking is, what is this in the decimals?
So you have that at 1/8 miles per minute.
1.5. And then we cancel divided by 12.
Oh, we need to see how
Yeah.
many.
No, it's 1 mile per 8 minutes.
1.5.
That's not what it asks. It wants to know
So we have 1.
how many miles
1.5.
per 1 minute.
Divided by
Okay, for number A, okay, for number A, you are making it into a conversion or just a unit rate. What you're looking for is what are the number of miles he does in 1 minute. That's all you're doing.
1.5 miles.
It's not 8 minutes or not 8 miles in 1 minute.
So you could just
I don't know, you tell me what it is.
Divide 1 by 1.
Now we just need to divide.
Well, you said
Don't
we
do it like
can't
Do it, so let's see, what is it? It's 1.5 miles.
What does that give you?
Miles.
0.1.
What if we did 8 divided by 8?
Is that 1.5 divided by 12?
Minutes.
Yeah,
And
So
then,
what's
hold on.
8 divided by 8 would be 1 minute.
So how many miles can they go?
So hold on.
0.1
Times it.
miles per hour.
Times it
Does
by.
it say per hour?
Oh, miles per
Or miles per minute.
Alright, hold
So
on.
now,
Wait, no, it's miles per minute.
You guys have that.
Yeah.
isn't that what you have? Look at your unit.
Right now we're going miles per minute.
Yeah, that was the first one.
Convert it to the decimal.
Yeah, convert it to a decimal.
So this is our first miles per minute.
Okay.
So.
Now,
Divide it by.
I want you to show,
Hey, stop cheating, guys. I'm not get out of here.
I want it to now be miles per hour.
No, I already got that.
Wait, we
Okay.
didn't show her.
Right, miles per hour, so now per hour.
Oh, no, we just said
We're
we
gonna
needed to do
find
this one.
miles
Oh,
per
wait,
minute.
we didn't show
We got miles.
Show your work.
Well, she just erased it.
So-
Oh, because that's your.
No, that's fine. I'm okay with that. I saw that.
Okay,
So this
well,
is for A.
there's 60 minutes in an hour. And if he goes 1,
0.125 times, wait, how many does? in hours.
Well, look, if this is miles per minute, and there's 60 minutes in an hour, no, the work just went down.
Noted.
Wait,
No, we're on B, the miles
because
per
if
hour.
that's the miles per minute, and there's 60 minutes in an hour, we could do 60
Now we need to do the miles per
Is
hour.
that on B or A? 60 of that.
I have A and B.
Where we go, we do.
Yeah, so if we know that
1.15 times
miles
60.
per
I don't know, is that
Now
what it
we
would
just
be?
times it by 60.
Because if
You
there's-
tell me why.
Well, if there's 60 minutes in an hour, and 0.125 is 1 minute, well, we times that by 60.
Times 60.
Tell me.
There's the word.
Don't ask me, I want you to be convinced that's correct.
Well, I do think it's
Yeah.
correct, and I'm
Okay.
asking if 0.125.
I'm asking you why it's correct.
Well, it would be correct, wouldn't it? Because if you times that by 60,
Times 60.
that would be the miles per
Times
hour. So there you go.
Yeah.
0.125 times 60.
125 times 60, right?
Oh, that's a 5.
Show me your unit conversions. Show me your unit conversions on B.
Okay, minutes into miles.
No, okay.
I know you guys are resisting this, but it's very, very, very important because when you get to chemistry where you have all sorts of conversions or physics or biology or any of those, you will need to know how to do these unit conversions. So I'm asking you now to think about unit conversions. Yes.
Can you know miles in an hour?
Okay, so did you do that division? How do you,
Yeah,
you want
that was
number of
right.
miles
Yeah.
per 1 minute,
Wait, it would be
right?
7.
You want this to be a 1. So you just do the division, that's what we showed you earlier. To get a unit rate, you just actually do the division.
Yes.
Because that's what you're looking for, is a unit rate.
Yeah.
Because this is miles per minute, this is miles per 1 minute, okay? So I don't want the 12 down there, so this is division, so you take 1.5 divided by 12.
125 to 1
Yeah. Wait, we got it right 1 minute.
Okay, so why do you know that's true?
Because there's 60, if there's
That's
60 minutes in an
Can
hour.
you show me that conversion?
Wait,
Show me with the units and show me that that works.
So would this be the conversion rate? 60 minutes to 1 minute?
Right, so what happens, what goes away there?
The
Per hour.
The minute cancels with the,
seconds.
no minute can
what's on the bottom?
This is
miles.
No, 60 minutes is the same as what?
What is it? 12 hours. This is
Oh,
miles
so
per
what
minute.
it be? 1 minute, 60 minutes, so
What is 60 minutes equal?
Oh my gosh.
So what's on the bottom of your fraction on that second fraction?
So it should be an hour? Wow.
Yeah.
Oh, 1 minute.
Oh, so it'd be 60
That's the answer.
minutes to.
Oh, yeah, 1 minute, 1 mile.
Okay.
We gotta show how it works.
1 minute
No,
equals
Okay.
hour.
equals
The
60
minutes.
minutes.
My question right here, I have a question. Everybody listen, please. Everybody listen. I have asked you to do it this way. I told you, you guys won't wanna like doing it this way, but it's gonna cause a lot less confusion, okay? What do I wanna convert from? I have miles per minute, correct? I wanna get to miles per hour. So I need a conversion from minutes to hour. Is that correct?
Mhm.
What is the conversion from minutes to hour?
60.
What?
Times
60 what?
60
minutes.
In one what?
Hour.
Okay, 1 hour is the same as 60 minutes, or 60 minutes is the same as 1 hour, okay? Now, wait, I won't, okay, you're getting there, okay. So we have both of those. Notice, I want the minutes canceled. Right now, where are they? On the bottom, so that means I wanna write the minutes on top so they cancel. So we go to this, and we get 60 minutes, my minutes cancel over 1 hour. Okay, the conversion rate is from minutes to hours, so you have to figure out what is your conversion from minutes to hours. Now, that tells you, yes, I'm gonna multiply this times this. And yes, you are going to get 7 point something.
7.5.
7.5 miles. Okay, so the idea I'm asking you to do is think about what are the conversions and then write them like they're variables almost, like you're canceling them, like they're numbers in a fraction. You cancel out if one's on the top and the same one's on the bottom, they cancel each other out because they're being divided by each other. Okay, so that's the idea I want you to be working on. Go ahead and take a break. We'll come back. We're going to do another problem. Yeah.
You want Mason's project separate from this?
Oh, did I give you Mason? I didn't mean to.
So this is,
Oh, yeah, give me his project. Is there any other projects turned in?
I don't think so, but I haven't really looked too far yet.
That's not unusual.
Let me see here, there might be.
I'm wearing a t-shirt. I'm gonna wear a t-shirt next to it. There you go.
Is that hard? It's because they don't want to do it the way I'm asking, isn't it? But they don't know what they're doing. I can tell them time and time again.
Well, Mason got 1 out of 11.
Well, that's normal. Mason makes mistakes a lot.
Well, he doesn't even do the problem. Like, he didn't even do them.
Oh, well, that would make it
That would
hard.
make it hard to get points, right?
Yes.
Okay, let's see.
Let's see what the next problem looks like.
So when I grade these, probably tomorrow,
Yeah.
or the rest of the grading, I should say. So you want me to add up the possible points for all 5 or all 3 of these, right?
Yes.
And then put them into the Google Classroom. Is that what you want me to do?
Mm-hmm. Which one are you looking to do? This is 11? Oh, yeah, no. No, we're gonna do. Oh, I know what I need to do.
You could buy this wrapper for 10 cents.
You got yourself. I can, I'll buy,
And then the wrapper and this cardboard piece.
I'll buy, 6% of your Cheez-Its for 10 cents.
6%.
That's like
How
half a
much-
trip.
How much do those Cheez-Its cost?
50 cents.
Okay, I'll buy 5. No, not 5. I'll buy 50. No. 15. Right. 50 cents. 10 cents. 5%.
You can buy 1/5 of it.
1/5.
1/5.
20%.
Like 20%, yeah.
Yeah, I'll buy 20% of your Cheez-Its.
Maybe buy this. It's all a piece of chocolate on it.
I don't like chocolate. I'm useless 10 cents. Can't afford to buy 10 cents.
Which one is that?
Right there?
Mhm.
Okay. You take the top part. Alright. And you tell me this stuff. Okay, you can look it up, but don't show me. Don't show me. Over there? Alright. Oops. You take the top part, put it under it. Okay. So every card has a match. Every card has a twin. Like, let's see. So I take that one, and then that one. See, every card has a match. But wouldn't it be weird if you two just randomly picked matching cards? Well, let's see. Let's show each other your cards.
Bro. Get out.
Sure.
You sure?
Huh.
Go again.
Do it again.
Take the queens out of the deck completely.
These ones. Alright. Let's shuffle up them cards. I don't know.
Oh my god, hang on.
It's my own invented trick. Everybody likes that, right? Okay, so make it a little bit harder. Take out 2 more matches. Okay, let's go with take out 2 more matches. Make it a little bit harder. Okay, so here's 2 matches. Now, gotta find another match for the king. Clubs. What's the match for the king of clubs?
Right there.
Here. Right. King of spades.
Okay, now I'll mix them up.
Yeah, snip.
Can I mix them up?
I'm mixing up. I don't want to shuffle. Wait a minute, shuffle. Just
Oh,
wait a minute,
could
stop
you run down
shuffling.
and see if that printed? Yeah.
Force these 2 packs. Alright. Are you satisfied? Shuffle.
Cupcakes, huh?
Okay.
Are those?
First of all,
It's
you tell me.
like a Rice Krispie with marshmallows on top.
Oh, ooh, very sweet.
Good.
Keep your hands over. You.
Stop.
Right here? Alright. Keep your hand over it. Right? Oh, sorry. I lost your place. Okay.
You lost your place.
I lost your place.
Stop.
Right there? Alright. Oops.
Look
Okay,
at that.
I accidentally did
Look
this.
at
Alright,
that.
I'll take these 2 up.
Do you have
Okay.
tutoring later today?
Well, let's see, show me
Dr.
the
what?
cards.
Tutoring?
Yeah.
You did.
Now, you need to go to the library again? You have a car.
I'll get there.
Okay,
It's wrong. No.
Guess what I got at the library?
what did you
Oh,
get?
no. Oh, by the way, did you
Shakespeare.
notice that these two ended up somehow being involved in some?
What?
See, father and son.
Hold on, do it again.
No, I've shown you enough times.
No, let me see.
It's too obvious when I show you too many ones. I show you twice.
Let me do it. No, I'll fix it.
Nope, I've shown you all too many times. You can see a different trick though.
You don't even ask anymore.
Okay, let's get started.
Never mind.
So go ahead, go back up to the boards where you were, erase what's up there right now.
Oh, yeah.
Well, each of you go to one board. By yourself till your partner comes. They should be back.
They're downstairs reading books.
Heather, or Ross, will you go down and get them?
The printed things?
No, go down and get the girls.
Oh,
They're
the girls,
sitting out
sorry.
there.
And the printed things, right?
You guys need to make sure you keep track of time, please.
I'm
You guys are all great because you're here. So I'm really yelling at the wrong people. Okay, so sometimes when you go, if you want to check a price, I just came off the top of my head, but sometimes you go and things are not given to you as a price that's convenient. So if you want to compare to see which is a better buy, you have to do some conversions. So I'm saying that there are two items that are the same, but they price it this way. One is $7.99 per 2 pounds. One is $15.99 per 1 quart. Okay. I gave you some conversion things. 1 pound is the same as 16 ounces. Just a minute, let me explain first, okay? 1 cup is the same as 8 ounces. 1 quart is not that, is 4 cups. Okay. 1 gallon is 4 quarts. Okay, those are all different ones. They can be flipped over. I want you to find the unit price per ounce for each of these. So you're finding the unit price per ounce. So you've got 2 problems. This problem, you're going to get the unit price per ounce. This problem, you're going to get the unit price per ounce using these conversion factors as they are or by flipping them upside down. Okay? So then at the end, we can see which is a better buy. Okay? So use those conversion factors. You are trying to make this as dollars per ounce. Dollars per ounce. So figure out how you're going to do that with those conversions. Yes.
Can we round $7.99 to $8?
Nope, I want you to use $7.99, please. That's how they price it at the store, so you're gonna do it that way.
So this one's first.
Are we including tax?
No, you're just doing this.
Okay.
You don't get taxed on food anyway.
I did it right.
Wait, can we make a fake tax of one?
No, because there's no tax
Okay.
on food.
Wait, what? Okay, well, 1 pound is 16. So we're trying to figure out what is $1 per pound.
$7.99.
No, this is 1 pound. What is the price per 1 ounce? What is the price per 1 ounce?
Okay, how many ounces?
It's a unit price.
How many ounces? Well, it says right there.
It gives you conversion rates. Use your conversion rates.
One is $7.99.
$7.99.
It's just $79.
I want to see the work too, please.
Nope. 16. That would be the 0.499 ounces. 0.493.
Oh, yeah.
Start by writing the original prices up there.
9,
Now I want to get price,
16.
so this is what you
Wait,
want
hold
at the end.
We're
Price
doing in ounces.
per 1 ounce.
Equals.
That's what I'm looking for.
It's
Okay, so every
5.
Okay,
Rounds up.
never mind, I think about it.
So every single
So
So what do you want, so
Dollars per
let's look at it. What do you want to
So
change?
56.
Price per hour.
Do you have dollars on the top?
So then if you use
So
Yeah.
can't they do $7,000?
What do I have? I have pounds changes to ounces. Okay, right?
That's
Which is not what I want, I want to change the pounds to ounces. Look it up here, look at my conversion rates. Do you see anything that gets pounds and ounces together?
Yeah.
Okay, use it so the pounds cancel and the ounces are there.
for this one.
Wait, I'm not seeing unit conversion, I don't see the units.
Right here.
I don't see the
16,
units.
right?
I don't, you see the
Oh, yeah.
units.
16 ounces.
Okay, so then you have.
That's
So
only
this
then
is
you don't have the
I'm taking
dollar
away
sign.
the pounds, that's what I'm doing.
So the ounces cancel?
Not just the word ounces.
This and that. I'm
Dividing
dividing
this
this.
Wait, what are you doing?
I'm dividing, I mean, I don't know what we're doing.
Okay. Let's look at our answer. Our answer is gonna be money
Divided by
per
zero.
ounce. Okay, so, do we already have money? Okay. What do we wanna change?
Pounds to ounces.
So, I want to multiply this at the, because it's on the bottom, I'm gonna put the pounds up on top.
And then, why don't I just divide these two?
Okay, but it's 32 ounces.
Let's do this.
One quart
Okay.
is 32
What's your
ounces.
conversion?
Okay, 1 quart is
Oh
32
shoot,
ounces,
that's
so.
what we're doing.
1 pound,
One quart is 37.
16 ounces.
So let's just put the unit here.
Pounds, you get 799 over 16. Yes, you do
32.
divide it. But I want you to show it by this.
What did you get for
What's up with this right now?
That's number two.
And if it's $15 per quart, then
Science.
32.
I'm trying to
find it.
I did it last time. I'm trying to show it to you.
Price per 1 ounce right now.
No, don't.
Yes, that's what it is. That's the same thing. As division. So I want you to show what, so cancel the
Divided by,
unit.
$15 divided by
Or in
32.
science, sometimes you have equations that have 15 conversions.
Yeah, now see.
So you're converting from one to another to another, and you just have to keep track of those units,
But
make sure you do it correctly.
32.
Okay, and so that's why, I know this seems kinda
It's the same.
not so fun, but I want you to get used to
So
this
57.
idea, okay? Okay, so what do you get
Are
here?
they both per quart?
Okay, so,
Are they both per ounce?
again, I want to see this. What's your conversion factor?
Okay, 0 to 1 divided by
Okay,
Sorry.
I want you to write it out so I can see the conversion factor.
I'll be writing something.
Okay.
Number 9.
They're both in per ounce?
Yeah.
Okay.
What is your conversion factor?
It's done.
Really? Let's talk
wrong,
about
but it's
that.
done.
What do you wanna get rid of?
The pound.
So if the pound's on the bottom, what am I gonna put up here? Yeah, cause I want one on the bottom and one on top to cancel. Okay,
1/2. Could we open it?
I'll open the door.
It's 16 ounces.
Okay, we're gonna do the second one now.
Okay,
Okay, so now we're getting it into.
Ounces again, dollars per
Did we
ounces.
do it right or is it wrong?
How many ounces?
5 cents per ounce. Okay, what did you get over
Do you
here?
have like a double here?
Just
copy this, but just change So,
It's like, you know, the number.
8 what?
Oh, like a.
$8 per ounce?
Okay, so, so 1 quart equals to 4 pounds.
I have no idea, that's
Okay, you have to go across the top.
Okay, wait,
And 1 cup equals 8
Cancel
ounces.
this,
$15.99. It's on top.
Yeah.
Just multiply straight across. 59.9 times 1 times 1. 59.9. Alright, 1 times 4 times 8.
15.
It's naturally like this. This? No, it's naturally like.
Do that division.
That's just
That
how
will be money to ounce.
But you bleached it, right?
Okay, so once you get that, you did beautiful setting this up. Okay, but you have to actually.
Hold on,
Zero 0.5.
That's not bleached.
But if I tell you,
Yeah. So you used to be blonde.
Yeah.
So just
Cup, listen, okay, so 1 cup equals 8 ounces,
which would be 5.
The cups
Cancel out, so you have 8 ounces, and 8 ounces equals 16 ounces, right?
now, do you have what you want on the bottom?
Pounds over
And now you have
pounds. 1 pound is 1 pound.
Why do you have to do that?
So
Because we need a.
What do you want on the bottom?
conversion, you're converting
Do you
it
have
to
ounces on the bottom? Then do I need?
1 pound.
You are?
Oh, yeah, no, it's 1 pound, 1 pound.
So we have.
Now, I have dollars up here on
Okay,
top.
hold on.
I have
Need
ounces
this.
on the bottom. So
7.29.
that's what I want. Now we can do multiplication.
These are pounds.
Multiply
It's factor.
and then divide.
So 8 times 1 is 4.
Okay, what'd you get? Wait.
It's factor.
Okay, what is your,
Yeah.
1 pound is how many ounces?
16 ounces.
Then why don't you, since I'm trying to get it in dollars per ounce, don't you wanna put $60 per ounce down here? Now my pounds console, I have dollars and ounces. So now it's 7.99 on top, divided by 16 on the bottom. This is the dollars divided, and give it 1 ounce.
Here, I'll figure it out, Neil.
So we need to go at 7.99.
Put it in.
I just call it all of
Is correct? Just-
Yes, that's correct. Now do the next one. Okay, keep going, do that division. We want it per ounce. I want unit price. Per ounce. What is your other one per ounce? 1/2 what? No. What is it you're actually getting?
We round it up. Point
You guys-
4997768432258.
I've never finished before I'm ready.
Can I erase my word?
Yes, you can.
So we don't have to.
9, 6, 8.
It's
0.475.
Wait, no, we can just round, 0.499.
So that rounds to 0.5 again. That looks like it. Okay, so that rounds to 0.5.
You are that guy now.
Wait, that rounds to
You are.
0.5 again.
It's the same thing.
You
Yes.
want the second one in ounces too?
Yes, I want price per ounce in the second one. Okay, what'd you get on the first one?
No,
0.499.
Or 5 cents an ounce?
Yeah.
Or 50 cents an ounce, sorry. 50
8
cents an
ounces,
ounce.
1 pound
Okay.
is 8 ounces.
Now do the next
1
one,
quart
see
is
what
4
it is.
pounds.
For the
So,
second one? Yes.
1 quart.
So what'd you get?
0.5 ounces.
4 times.
What, 0.5 ounces, what is it? It's cost per ounce.
So
What
1
is it?
quart is 32. Okay.
If it's 0.5, what is it per ounce?
So that's
Oh, no.
Times- I'm confiscating this.
Your how much is that? A dollar sign with a decimal, I put that there with that whole bunch of. What is it? Alright, no, it's not 79, it's 50 cents. Or that much out of what per ounce? Well, that's what you're getting, is the how much money for 1 ounce.
ounces.
This is also,
Ounces. No,
oh, So they are saying.
You're not allowed to have a thing, you messed up.
No, wait, we don't then.
Okay, that's what you're working on. There's an assignment up on the board you can start working on.
Just
Yes.
just calculate. I mean, I know it's in the meeting.
Yeah, as long as it's right.
How many?
Or in your ears.
We can make it quiet, we should have blasted it, go quiet.
Oh my gosh, I'm still taping.